Hello. What's up, DGC? What's up, everybody? Hello,
What's
Internet.
up? What's up,
Good
DGC?
citizens of the Internet.
Can't
Yeah,
see
what's
the
going on,
chat yet,
everybody?
but let me pull at least so I can see it.
Yeah, pull up the little thing on the side there. Hit the comments at the top.
I can see
There
it, but I can't,
you just
interact.
talk at them. Yeah, you just talk at them. What's up, chat? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys had a great week. Just me and JR this week. We're just hanging out. But yeah, should be a fun show. Let's give it one more second for the Discord crew to filter in. Happy to be chilling with everybody, man. Good times. Should post something for the real DGC people too. Hey, real DGC people. Hey, come hang out.
What's up, Sonny?
Yeah, what's up, Sonny? Got Thickums in the chat. What's up, Thickums? What's up, Yoda Grows? Oh, hi, Grow. Angus 420. JP Page 2. All kinds of good regulars. What's up, everybody? All right, I'm posting for the real DGC people just in case they didn't see. But let's go. We're starting the show. What's up, DGC? And welcome to the 420 Happy Hour. We're hanging out. It's Friday. It's me. It's JR. We got Grow Talk. We're going to give some seeds away. I don't know. It's a happy hour, man. We're going to have a good time. Nothing too crazy this week, man. We had our fancy guest Brad come through last week. We rolled out the red carpet and we had a nice fancy time last week. This week it's just me and JR. We're just doing a chill. We're doing the mellow thing, just hanging out, catching up. It's been a while since I just got to talk grow with JR, man. So how you been, JR?
Been doing good. Been busy trying to reset the room, get the outdoor ready. I got fair week coming up next week, so I'll be submitting some of my vegetables and my garden goods to the fair.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we'll be hanging out, just catching up, man, talking about some stuff. We got some grow questions to get through. I got some seeds I'm going to give away. I'm going to give away some of my seeds today, man, because we got no one eye here. So I'm doing it myself, man. We're doing it. We're going to give away. I think maybe we'll let people choose. How about that? We'll do a Growers Love Winner's Choice giveaway, I think, here in a minute. But first, man, let's start off with some dank nugs. Some dank nugs. Pulling it in, man. Check it out. We got this first one here. This is from Big Ox. Big Ox over here on Real DGC with some GMF Sub-Zero Cherry Bomb. This is Pheno number 1. And he posted a couple different pictures, couple different phenos. And yeah, that's looking real nice, man. Looking real nice there, Big Ox. Beautiful colors. I love the green leaves and the purple buds. That's a favorite of mine, man. But
Beautiful.
Looking good. Yeah, don't know anything about it's GMF. Do you know what that is? GMF? GMF Sub-Zero Cherry Bomb. And he sent me another picture too. Look at that. There's another nice little photo of the same pheno. But love that like purple pink color, man. Love seeing more of that good stuff. Oh, he's in the chat. He says it's Big O. Interesting.
Yeah, default behavior. I do have a Garden Talk episode coming up, I think, within the next couple of weeks.
Very cool.
Be looking for that, folks.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, great job, Big Ox, man. Those are some dank nugs and great color there. Super cool. Love seeing it. He says it's grown more fire genetics. Okay. I have heard of that. Very cool. So much good stuff out there these days, man. So much cool stuff that I'm like not even familiar with. You know what I mean? And I'm old enough to remember when there was like 12 breeders and half of them had crap. So it's cool. There's so many good people out there these days and so much dank shit. Love to see it, man. We've come so far as a community. It's really a cool thing. So keep up the good work there, Big Ox. And yeah, nice work. And let's bring up another one here. We got This is from the 419 Canna Farmer, and he says this is some green crack skunch from Dirty Bird Genetics. Notice the height difference. The smaller one lost her seed helmet during planting. Oh no. But anyway, I look at these chunkin' buds, man.
Wow.
I had to highlight this one because just look at the chunk going on here.
Yeah.
This one, we're featuring this one for chunkness. So love to see it, man. And look, big frosty chunky bud there. But yeah,
looks like
really
a great
good
tent strain too.
Yeah, like I noticed that as well. Like look at the tight structure on both of these. Like he said, this is the one that got stunted a little bit, but even on this other one, nice big, like pretty chunky buds for a plant that's not that big. That's really cool. Nice looking stuff, man. And I think he said, what was that? Dirty Bird Genetics, the green crack skunch. Skunch? I'm still wondering what skunch means.
I know.
is that skunk? Or is that
gotta be some variation of?
I like it. I like it. Someone said super chunk. Oh, super chunk. Could that be? Anyway, nice job there, 419 Canna Farmer. Big old chunky buds, man. Love to see it, and nice job. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, big, beautiful ones. Nice color on some of these too. Real nice. But yeah, the DGC's been bringing it with them big girthy nugs lately. I've been noticing. Y'all got them, the big old nugs. Here's another one, man. We got Dutchy Grows with another great looking dank nug here. And he said, these are the latest photos of Cali Glue. Has definitely changed quite a bit from the last pic a few days ago, and even more so from the first one I posted. Cannot wait to harvest, but I have to. And then the long wait begins, about 2 months of curing before I can try it. But after feeling and smelling these stanky, sticky, icky buds, I'm buying a dab press.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait that long.
I was going to say, do you wait the full 2 months? I'm not waiting the 2 months on that one.
I'm smoking that shit the day I'm trimming it.
Yeah, for real. No, save some aside to cure, get the full cure experience and all that for sure. But I don't know, man. I'd be puffing some of this on trim day too. This is some nice looking purple bud here. Again, beautiful colors, DGC. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Nice job here, Dutchy Grows. Love seeing that crazy purple. But yeah, the purple and the yellow and nice fade on that. Good stuff. And yeah, it was cool seeing he had posted a few other pictures of this plant. So I don't know if I can bring up his little timeline here, but it's always cool seeing people's like grow progressing, like here's from a few weeks ago, from 2 weeks ago, here's from a week ago-ish, and then this is from 2 days ago. Yeah, so it's cool. I love seeing the progression of people's growth. So appreciate all you guys who hang out on realdgc.com and all you guys posting really cool grow journals and kind of showing us not just your dank nugs but your dank nug process. So I appreciate it. That's really cool. Great job, Dutchy Grows. And great job to all you guys who submit stuff here on realdgc.com, man. It has been tough picking them dank nugs lately. There is fierce competition. So appreciate all you guys submitting stuff. And keep the good posts coming, man. And send us some good questions too. I love your Grow Talk questions as well. And we got some that I pulled off the site we'll be featuring later in the show today. So we love your Grow Talk questions too. So keep those questions and dank nug coming in. But yeah, while we're doing that, man, can we talk a little bit about some growers love seeds? I got to tell you a little bit about my seeds, man, because I've had some good stuff going on lately. I did add a few new things to the menu that some of you guys might not know about. So the Paloma Piff is up on the menu now. I'm going to bring that up in just a second. I'm doing too many things at once here. Don't mind me. But yeah, it's been a really good time seeing everybody's results, growing out different things. And it's been really cool seeing some great results lately from the crew as far as some growers love seeds. And man, I cannot find my pictures, of course. Look at me not being a professional. Here we go. Here's some good pictures. 1 second. But yeah, it's been a really good time seeing people growing my stuff. I really appreciate everybody growing and submitting pictures and things. So I think today we're going to give something away I was trying to decide what should we give away. Should we do the Paloma Piff, the Haze Cross, the long flowering Haze Cross? Should we do the Paloma or the Paloma Go Time, which is kind of the more skunky Paloma Cross? Or should we do the Paloma Nights, which is kind of more of the upbeat, kind of happy daytime weed Paloma Cross? But I was thinking, maybe we'll just do winner's choice. So whatever you guys feel like, I'll throw in a pack of one of those. And then I will also throw in a pack of freebies, man. And I usually do either the Cherry Paloma S1s as freebies, or I also have the Machine crossed with Cherry Paloma. The Machine was from Ross to Jeff, and that was a project that kind of didn't get completed, but I had some seeds. So we're doing those as freebies. Don't really know much about that one yet or how that's going to turn out for people yet. But the Machine cross was really floral and stinky. So curious how that'll mix with the Paloma, getting some of that like old lady perfume kind of vibe going in with the Paloma. Could be kind of fascinating. So let's see, man. Let me do.
There was a lot of good stuff in that Machine. I seen a few people crack those and post those online, and there was some stellar phenos.
Yeah, well, I've talked to a few people who have grown the Machine, and I remember talking to Rasa Jeff as well, and him telling me, the Machine was one of his like underrated ones. I asked Jeff, like, hey, what of your stuff are people sleeping on? What are people missing out on, that you think is really good? And he was telling me the Machine was one of them. So I picked up a couple packs, did a grow with it, found a couple interesting things. One of them didn't, the thing I was most excited about ended up Herman. So that was a big bummer, but I did have a backup cut, and that was the more floral cut. So it was kind of less of a stinky, rotten garbage kind of cut and more of a old lady perfume. So that's the one that I use as a freebie. So there you go. There's my whole menu, in case you're curious. That's the offerings of what I've got right now. The Paloma Night, Paloma Go Time, and the Paloma Piff on the top there are my normal seed offerings. Those are like usually $65 a pack with free shipping in the US. And then I usually include a pack of freebies with your order. I'm also doing a deal right now too, where for $155, I'll give you the whole thing you see on the screen there. So you're getting all three of those Paloma Cross packs, as well as the 2 freebie packs, all for $155 shipped to your house.
Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, so we're making things happen over there. So yeah, if you're interested in picking some of those seeds up, you can head over there. And a couple more pictures for you, just because I don't like just showing. So here you go. There's some Paloma Night. That was grown by One Eye. There's one of One Eye's Paloma Night plants. There's another of One Eye's Paloma Nights. He had a bunch of really pretty ones. There's another one too. But yeah, love seeing the different colors of the Paloma Nights, getting the purple leaves with the yellows and the greens. A more purple pheno with more of that cherry going on. But yeah, it's going to be really cool seeing more people growing these out. Also, here's a Paloma Go Time from Banjo Buds, man. He did real well with it in the cup this year. And this has also been, I believe I'm smoking one of the buds in this picture today. But Banjo 420's Paloma Go Time has been like my favorite thing to smoke lately. I'm still puffing on a tiny little envelope, little baggie of that from a while. That I brought home from the cup, but that's been my go-to puffin for a while now. And I love the way that cherry mixes with the skunk and mixes with that kind of cheesy skunkiness. So yeah, that's the Paloma Go Time, man. So let's do a giveaway. Where's my giveaway bot? Let's see. Where is my giveaway bot? I got too many windows open today. Here we go. Here we go. So let's do hashtag growers love today. We're going to do growers love. So let's do that, man. And I will get that giveaway going here. So let's see. Share that for you guys. Here we go. Look at me go, doing all these things at once. So give me a hashtag growers love in the chat. If you're here live with us today, you do have to be here live for that to work. Otherwise it's not going to work. So yeah, give us a hashtag growers love in the chat here, and we'll pick a winner here in a few minutes, and we'll give some dang seeds away. We'll let you take your pick of those growers love packs, and I'll send you whatever the heck you want. Let me know. and maybe something special too, because I really appreciate you guys who come and hang out here on the happy hour with us every week. But while that's running, while we got the giveaway going and we're collecting entries here, JR, how you been, man? What's going on in your grow? You're telling me all about all kinds of fun projects and things you've had happening this week. So fill us in, man. What have you had going on? You said you were doing some cloning, I think. You said you were doing some top dressing, some quarantining. Like, what all you got going on, man? Tell us about it. I want to
Well,
hear all about
behind me over here, I
one of those.
have the RSO garden. And I noticed I was getting close to being under the gun for backing stuff up. So about a week ago, I went in and I took cuts of everything, set up a cloner in my bathroom, and threw up an HLG 350, and have a quarantine area. And I'm cloning to back up the Can of Country, the Ringo's Gift, and the Goodfoot, who's in the chat right now. Goodfoot, nice to see you. Anyway, so backed all those up, got those into the bathroom, quarantined, and I started transitioning my top dressing to Bloom. I've been doing Dr. Earth's all-purpose veg food as a top dress, and I've been giving them food top dress every 3 weeks. I don't really measure it out. I would say I'm in a 27-gallon tote, and I would say that I'm giving them approximately a cup of top dress every 3 weeks. And so as of right, and it's timed out well because I did it right before they were forecasting some rain for us. I top dressed my first round of Bloom. And so I don't remember what the numbers are on that. But starting that process now, because I am starting to see some pre-flower formations on clustering. So we got our tarp up to make sure the neighbor's light isn't going to F with our photo period. And got things backed up there. Indoors, I've got 2 rounds of cloners going. A whole bunch of the Z-Pi #1, which was the one I brought to the cup that people seem to gravitate towards. And I also got a bunch of Tiki Rain in there, and I don't really cycle through Tiki Rain that often. So I'm going to have some Tiki Rain cuts available as well. And I know Frosty McNuggets and a few folks were eager to get their hands on those. So those should be out within the next week or so for offerings. And then back behind that is going to be another menu of the stuffed cherry gelato and Paloma and some other stuff in there. Some more Z-Pie, I think #4. That Z-Pie #4 wasn't quite as pretty, but man, it tasted really good. It was super funky. And that was just my first time testing it in just like a small pot. I think I was in a 2-gallon pot. So I'm going to give it the full attention this round and hopefully be able to run it and see what it does. I'm hoping it catches up in time. It's in the last of the cloning cycle, so it might not make it until the next run. But got cloners going. Everything's backed up. And in the veg room, I've been switching my feeding method. I was doing the recycled living soil into veg. But this time I didn't have, because of being backed up, I just went and grabbed bags of Tupper by Royal Gold. And it's a slightly amended peat cocoa forested material perlite type stuff. And so I've been feeding it the fish hydrolysate, liquid karma, and CalMag. Just those 3 things, and recharge. Of course, once a week I'll give it the recharge. But just those 3 things, and it's looking amazing in there. The fish hydrolysate is really good foliar and root drench. I've been doing foliar once a week, inside and outside. I've been doing the lactic acid bacteria and fish hydrolysate foliars. And
And
it's been keeping my garden inside and out super stoked.
is that your homemade fish you're talking about?
Yeah, so it's just a quick fermentation. It's really, if you follow Miles and the fermented plant juice instead of extract, the juice process adds water and lactic acid bacteria to kind of supercharge the process and speed it up a bit. And so that's the same principle with the fish hydrolysate is you're adding the fish, the water, the molasses, and the lactic acid bacteria. And so like with fish amino acids, when you're doing those, that's a 8 to 9, 10 month process before you've got really good golden stuff there. Where with the fish hydrolysate, with this fermentation, you're wrapped up in about 6 weeks. I like to go a full 6 weeks with it. And I just strain it out. I use the 25 micron um, rosin bag or like bucket, hash bag.
Yeah, you
And
don't want to get your bags confused. You don't want to actually use your hash bags for the fish and the
no,
fish
and I
bags
never
for
use
the
the
hash.
25 micron bag anyways. All it does is trap sludge. So I drop that bag anyways. So I use that one to, to kind of filter out my fish juice. And bro, it's been amazing. Really been
Nice.
amazing. Like it.
Hell yeah.
And it's cheap as hell. Like total cost of production is about $16. And I got about 2 gallons, over 2 gallons
Nice.
of nutrients, probably almost 2.5 gallons of nutrients for like $16.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. And not that hard to make, not that hard to find the ingredients. Yeah, it's a good one. Definitely recommend that one as far as homemade recipes for sure.
Yeah, the microbes really like respond when I do like even the foliars out here in the garden, all the leaves are just like bang, praying. They really like it.
Nice. Well, I had a fun time. I'll tell you, last week, we didn't get to talk about it because Brad was here last week, but I got to make a batch of soil with my DGC buddy Tweet Top.
Oh, nice.
Michael, aka Tweet Top, came over to my house and we made a big old batch of soil together, which was really fun. Was cool getting to do it with a buddy, man. I've never made soil with a friend before. It was always just something I did myself with the headphones on, bumping some music or something. So it was really cool hanging out with Michael and showing him my process and showing him a little bit of my grow too. My grow's kind of in a rough place right now because it's being like remodeled and flipped as we speak, kind of. So I was like, yeah, it's a work in progress, so don't mind all this. but yeah, it was cool getting to show him my space and getting to show him how I make soil and getting to talk about the process and stuff like that was a lot of fun. Also been just super busy still cleaning, doing more cleaning stuff. I had a really challenging time this week dealing with an old can fan filter, like an old can 150 like carbon filter that's like hanging from my ceiling that I don't know if you've ever tried to raise or lower something like that from your ceiling in your grow by yourself, but it's not a lot of fun. It sucks. Don't recommend it. It was like, when you're downtown in the big city and there's people with the big crane building a big skyscraper and there's like 12 guys with flags doing things, directing people. It was like that, except it was me by myself, just trying not to die.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Had this big heavy thing dangling above my head. So yeah, probably should have done that while Michael was visiting. Thought about that afterwards, like, oh yeah, that was a mistake. Should have done that while I had help instead of trying to dangle this big heavy carbon filter from my ceiling. And good way to kill yourself, dropping a carbon filter on your head, man. Those old can filters too are so heavy, like legit 150 pounds worth of carbon filter.
Plus all the shit it's captured over the last decade.
Yeah, well, and mine is getting real old, and I was like debating since I'm pulling it down, I was like, man, should I just replace it or
yes,
should
you should.
Well, I was going to, but I got to think about what to replace it with. I started doing some research and I was like, man, the carbon filter like marketplace has changed an awful lot since I bought this filter a few years ago. And that the can 150 or whatever it was I have in my room is way oversized for my space. So it's lasted forever. So I'm going to just kind of keep running it for now. I'm not really sure if I need a carbon filter too much. It's kind of just there to make sure I'm not like oozing odor into the whole neighborhood. So, you know, for now, I think I'm going to keep running it, but it is on the short list of things that need to be replaced in the grow. It's near the top right now. So I think I'm going to try to squeeze one more run out of it, but hopefully I won't regret it. But yeah, just trying to move that thing, like, man, what a pain in the butt. Also did a bunch of work this week trying to figure out what the heck I want to pop, man. I've got a ton of seeds and had a few fun conversations with various grower friends where we like pulled out my big tub of seeds and we're like, what the hell should I pop? Because I got it narrowed down to a short list of a few things I'm interested in, but man, it's so hard figuring out like what to grow. And I've got so many things going on in my head too about like I want to grow more of my own stuff. I want to test more of my own stuff and show off, you know, more of the cool Paloma Night and Paloma Go Time phenos we can find. I want to look for new things. You know, I got some new flavors on my list that I'm on the hunt for. So I got to get hunting. You know, so it's time for me to pop some damn seeds, man.
Well,
So,
someone in the chat was mentioning that you know, they got to stop buying seeds because they just have so many seeds they'll probably never crack them all in their lifetime. And I was thinking to myself, like at first I was like, wow, I should just start with the oldest ones and start working my way forward. But then I thought, no, I should just start with the ones I want to be most passionate about. And for me right now, it's that Rains, RANZ. It's that Z Pie by Tiki Rain. I really have a feeling there's going to be something special in that round of genetics. So that's probably the direction I'm going next.
That sounds cool. Someone in the chat was asking, what's the flavor profile on the Tiki Rain? Like, how would you describe that?
Oh man, it's kind of like an apple plum cinnamon spice, kind of like something you would want on a warm Christmas day. Has kind of that fruity, spicy, like something you would drink hot on a cold day. That's if I had to describe it.
Like a cider or like a
like a plum cider, because it has more plum than it does apple. It's like a plum cider. That's a good description, actually.
That sounds awesome.
That is good.
I'm sold. Yeah, I've got a
Tiki hits you different, man. I tell people this all the time, and it seems to hit individuals different. Like I have other people tell me different you know, kind of body reactions from it than others. The one common thing is most people say that it disconnects you from kind of like your shoulders down, where you just kind of don't feel below you as much because you're so in your head. You're so in your head. It's nice.
Well, I'm excited about that, man. I'm also excited. I think I am, you know, one of the things I was saying, I'm trying to decide what to pop right now. One thing's on my very short list of what I'm still debating of how many I'm going to pop of each and what I have room for. One of them is that Hawaiian Rain.
Yeah.
You gave me a pack of. So I think I think that one has made it in. I think we are popping at least a couple of those. How many? I don't know yet, but I think I am going to at least pop one or two of those because that was one that was on my short list for sure. Love just the sound of that. And now you've really sold me with some plum cider. That sounds delightful. I'm in.
Yeah, and, and on the Hawaiian snow cone side of that, it is one of the most pleasant highs that I've experienced in a while since maybe Blue Dream. I mean, it's very happy, uplifting, mellow, stress relieving.
Oh, this is music to my ears, Jared. These are all the types of things I like in my weed, man. That happy, floaty, smiley kind of weed. And also notice here too, someone in the chat, what was it? Yellow Shoe says the Tiki Rain helps stop my wife's gastrointestinal flare-ups. Man, I got some gastrointestinal things happening sometimes, man. That like y'all are selling me.
Let me speak on that one a little bit. My wife has Crohn's and other gastrointestinal issues, and she only takes Tiki Rain RSO. And her Crohn's attacks have been somewhat in remission for over 8 months now. And so she swears by it. She has to have the Tiki Rain RSO for her tummy, which is wild that his wife experienced the same kind of thing. And the thing that's really unique about Tiki Rain is it's a 50-50 hybrid of the old traditional sativa and indica. So it is a true hybrid in nature of the way it's bred.
Well, in that type of medicine too, like one thing I'll tell you as someone who's dealt with gastrointestinal problems for many, many years now, it bums you out, man. When your stomach doesn't feel good, that'll make you sad. Oh, we got angry dogs. Speaking of people being sad. But yeah, like if your stomach hurts, man, you need cheering up sometimes. So that's awesome to hear you got something that's going to make my stomach feel better and cheer me up. Like that's my type of weed. But cover for me, JR. I'm going to go grab my dog because he's being a butt. I'll be right
No
back.
problem. No problem. Yeah, so stoked actually to be able to get that one out. And in the RSO garden, I kind of strategized my cannabinoids this round. I did the Tiki Rain, which the profile, the lab reports on the Tiki Rain is it has CBG in it, has high levels of CBDA and THCA in their acid forms. And so I have that one in the RSO garden. I have the Ringo's Gift, which is a CBD variety only. And then I have the Paloma. I have Blue Slushies, which are going to be my 2 THC varieties. And then I have that really cool can of Country. And I keep forgetting to bring the pack out to memorize what's exactly in it. But it's got like lemon skunk and some SFE OG and just some really stellar genetics in it. So I should have a really broad spectrum of cannabinoids to offer for my RSO this year. Stoked.
Yeah, that's cool. And I like Yellow Shoes in the chat is saying, I'm going to try Tiki Rain specific RSO this run, which, yeah, sounds like that would be a good move, man. That's awesome. Heck yeah. Love to hear it. Well, let's give these dang seeds away, man. Last chance to enter. I'll give you one more second. Odie, this is Odie, by the way. He came to say hi.
What up, Odie?
Yeah. He barks sometimes. We're working with him. Good boy, Odes. Hang out, go chill. But yeah, last chance, man. Get your entries in, and I'm gonna push the dang button here. But yeah, and Thickum's shouting it out, man. We got 100 people in chat right now, man. What's up? 100 people live with us today. That's awesome. So hell yeah, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you all being here. And heck yeah, let's give some dang seeds away. I'm happy to get my genetics out to the crew. So
last thing I forgot to mention is I built tokensroots.com. TOKINS roots.com. It's right now, Jay pointed out to me that it's pretty much mobile friendly. So if you're on a PC with a large screen, the images are kind of wacky. So I got to get that figured out. But it is definitely a mobile friendly website, tokensroots.com. I'm going to have this next menu, these next couple menus, and I'm going to be working closely with the Dude Grows to be offering one cut a week in the giveaway. So stay tuned for that, folks.
Hell yeah. Token Roots. Is that what you said?
Tokens. TOKINSROOTS.com.
Very cool. Well, and we got a winner here too. We got Sticky Icky Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Sticky Icky Ooh-wee. Congratulations. Yeah, hit me up. Sticky Icky Ooh-wee. I know I've seen you around on realdgc.com, so hit me up over there, Soup. And let me know what pack you want, man. Like I said, you can head on over to growerslove.com and hit the seeds button if you want to see what I got. But head on over Growers Love. And yeah, let me know what you want. Hit me up and I will send you a pack of your choice, sir. So let me know which pack you want and which freebie pack you want. I'll give you one of each. So hit me up. And thanks for all your contributions. Sticky Icky Ooh-wee. Like I said, you're someone I see on the Real DGC all the time. So it's awesome to see you win some seeds, man. Congrats. Heck yeah.
Guppy Girl, I'll have a menu up on the Tokens Roots website and all the order placement information will be there. As you can see, the images on
We're a little squished.
PC, they look so bad. But
Yeah, we're a little
it looks
squished.
all proper on mobile. And if you hit it on your mobile, you'll see the site.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. You got a homepage now, man. So tokensroots.com if you're interested in JR's clone. So I had a couple people in the chat asking about that. So tokensroots.com. You got lots of good information here. And are you going to be posting your menus here as well, or just on Instagram?
Yeah, no, the menu will be at the top. It's the first scrunched issue.
Clone
Right
menu.
there you go.
Go.
It'll be
Hell
right
yeah.
there will be the clone menu, and then below that is the menu for the lion's mane mullen. And I just almost sold out of the lion's mane and am making more. So I have that whole process. Went down to my local farmer's market, found my organic mushroom vendor that I go to, and I bought lion's mane. And lucky for me, he had harvested that morning, so he was really pumped for me to get him. And so I brought them home and I started soaking them in alcohol, and the process is beginning, folks.
Nice. Nice. Chat says Zoom. Zoom. There we go. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
See,
Zoom. Okay.
Look at that. It does. It makes it work when I zoom. Wow. Yeah, okay. Nice looking site, man. And yeah, it's awesome. Great to see you getting your stuff out there, getting your business out there. And yeah, support our buddy JR, man. Help support us. We help support you. We love making great content for you. And JR likes making great clones for you guys too. So support that as well. And yeah, that's awesome to hear you're going to be doing more giveaways with Dude and Scotty too. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm hoping to, I think, as a matter of fact, our next one up is the stuffed cherry gelato, which is a beautiful cut. Very cookie-ish if you're into the cookie looking frosty little golf balls of nuggetry. That's kind of what its profile is.
Very nice. Very nice. Hell yeah. We'll look for that giveaway soon on the giveaway section over at realdgc.com. If One Eye was here, I bet he'd tell us that there's a giveaway there right now. So you should head over there and check it out. If you're a Real DGC member, like I said, we give away cool stuff every week. So there's all kinds of great reasons for you to sign up and support us. We do all kinds of great shows on YouTube and on other platforms. We're here helping you grow. So yeah, if you can help us out by posting some cool content or supporting us out financially, we really appreciate it. It does really make a difference. So help us out. You can head on over there to realdgc.com. And as we said, check out this tokenroots.com, man. Support our buddy JR and his dank clones. And growerslove.com. That's me. You can head on over there and check out my seeds if you want. And all the other articles and things I have over there too. I got lots of information about how to grow. And if you have anyone in your life who wants to start growing too, send them my way. I love working with new growers and helping people get started. That's a specialty of mine. So yeah, let me know if I can help you out. And yeah, in the meantime, thank you all for coming and hanging. Let's take it to the wheel, shall we?
Let's do that.
Let's take it to the wheel. And if you're new, if you're first time hanging out with us, we do this thing called the Wheel of Grow Talk. We take some Grow Talk, we put it on the wheel, we spin it, and then we talk about the Grow Talk. It's not rocket science. It's the Wheel of Grow Talk. Keeping it simple. I just like hanging out with you guys and talking grow. So let's see where it lands. Inoculation. Inoculation. Interesting. Well, this was a question that came in. This was from Richard Abernathy on Real DGC. I don't have the post in front of me, but he was asking about using recharge when transplanting. He was kind of saying, should I be dipping it in the powder? Should I be soaking it in the water? Should I be watering it in with a bunch? And it got me thinking about, what are our procedures for when you're transplanting? What do you do when you're inoculating, JR?
I do a two-prong approach. I do a powdered approach with the azos, which is a nitrogen-fixing bacteria by Extreme Gardens, and I also use their mycose, which is their mycorrhizal powder. So I will dust my roots right before I go into the medium, and then I'll water in with recharge water. And that's basically my protocol. I don't, because usually the mix that I'm going into has a pre-charge in it. So I won't add any nutrients to the actual water itself, just recharge water and water in.
Yeah, well, I think it's important to note that like that transplant time, especially that first transplant, when you're taking your little seedling for the first time and putting it in its first little pot, that is the best time to do any kind of microbial inoculation or apply any kind of microbes, because what you're doing is you're getting those microbes right on there on the roots right from day one. So as those roots grow and expand throughout your grow media, it'll take the microbes with them, right? So if you get those microbes colonized right on the roots as they're starting to explode through the grow medium, it makes that a lot easier to get those microbes kind of fully colonized and in the system, right? Whereas when you water in, it can kind of take a little bit of time for them to kind of establish and get in there and get the full benefit of the microbes. So yeah, that's
That's
just the
especially
point
true
number
for
one.
the that's especially true for the mycorrhizal. You want to really get that in
Yeah.
there early. Bacterial loads, they can get going pretty quick,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they have good food sources and a good home. But one point Jay brought up in the chat is that you do not want to dust your roots or your hole with recharge, because it does have a charge of kelp and some other goodies in there that could burn your roots or be an issue.
Yep, that's a really good point. You made two really good points. Well, several really good points there, of course. But yeah, first off, definitely, yeah. If you're using recharge, recharge is a product designed to be diluted, so it's designed to be used mixed with water. So anytime you're using recharge, mix it with some water. Not too complicated. And then once you do mix it with the water, it's important to use it right away too, because once you mix it with the water, you've activated it, you've woken up all those microbes. They're all going to town. That's the time you want to get it on your roots. So when you're using a water in product like recharge, and it's important to note that, like we were saying, there are lots of different microbe products out there, and some are designed to be applied as like a powder in the root zone, but a lot are designed to be watered in. So read the directions on whatever you're using and understand that things like recharge also might have other things in there, right? Like recharge has kelp and amino acids and molasses, and you definitely want to mix those with water. You don't want concentrated kelp or concentrated molasses hitting your roots necessarily. So I don't think a little concentrated recharge is going to like destroy your root zone or anything, but you should use it properly. Mix it with some water. Use it the way it's meant to be used. And also another thing you were saying there too is it's important to note that beneficial bacteria grow really quickly. They grow quickly, they multiply quickly, and they're actually pretty mobile too. They can kind of crawl around in the soil, do their little thing, get from place to place in the root zone. They're mobile and quick to multiply. Fungi, on the other hand, are slower. They take a lot more time to build those networks, right? And you see those networks or those pictures of like the microscope pictures of all the little hairs of the roots, and the hairs of the fungi mycelium kind of going through the soil. And that complicated web, that complicated network takes time to grow and takes time to establish and to kind of develop. And so if you can get that in there early, right when you're first starting your plant out, and get that inoculation, boom, right on the roots from day one, that will really help you out as far as getting your soil fungally inoculated. So good thing to keep in mind there. Your fungi grow slow, so get them in there early and get them to work right from day one. What other notes do we have? Any other thoughts on inoculating and or transplanting?
No, not really.
Not really. No. Chat? Anybody? Any thoughts? I need more co-hosts. Come on, where's the rest of the crew today?
Well, I mean, one point that guys always do bring up is that you are wanting to, because your microbial population cycle, where they'll feed out, then they'll go dormant, they'll feed out and go, you know what I mean? So you always kind of want to be introducing your microbe populations to keep their rhythms going and their nutrient cycling happening.
Yeah, it's good to inoculate right at the beginning, but you also want to keep coming back and hitting them again and making sure, because every time you do have a dry back in your soil, you will have some kind of die off of the life in the soil. Not all of it, but some of it. So, if you can keep re-inoculating on a regular schedule, that helps keep that benefit happening all the time. One question that came in the chat here, Holy Toledo 420 asks, can you use recharge in an aeroponic cloner?
No, you want to use like there's a product called oh man, I'm blanking on them. There's two basically hydro ready to go micro products. One of them is Mammoth P.
Great White or
No,
something, or trying to
no,
think of
it's
what
a
the old ones
liquid.
are.
It's Ibis. It's
Okay.
man,
Yeah,
they're
that
a
sounds familiar.
Colorado company, and they man, I cannot. I'm blanking on them right now, but they have a liquid nutrient. It's a bacterial load, and you would just put it in your aeroponic cloner like you would a Mammoth P. And what it does is it helps out compete anything that's going to be shitty. And then once you do get some kind of roots popping, it's instantly going to start trying to deliver nutrients. And then it'll also kind of populate and breed within that reservoir itself.
Yeah, well, and I would say too, like, so, we used to say with as far as using recharge and hydro, the way you want to do it would be to hit your plants right in the root zone with a real concentrated dose of recharge, but don't dump recharge in the whole system, right? You don't want to dump recharge in your deep water culture or dump recharge in your reservoir, because that'll get funky. But what you can do is if you can take a plant out of its little net pot or something and dip it in some recharge, that's great. Or if you can water in a tiny little concentrated bit of recharge, what we used to say is do a little cup of, like a little beer cup, little red cup of recharge into each plant site right when you're doing your reservoir change. So before you do your res change in your whole deep water culture system, that's when you do it, because you don't want that recharge hanging out in the reservoir. You don't want that recharge in the system, but you can kind of quickly dip the roots or hit the roots real quick if you're going to then flush the whole system out right afterwards, and you'll still get some benefit because some of the microbes will actually colonize on the roots. So there are ways to kind of use recharge in a hydro type system, but be aware that, yeah, you don't want microbes sitting anywhere getting funky. That's kind of true of just about any microbe product, but I would say especially true of recharge with the kelp and the other things in there too. It's not great to leave it sitting around once it's got wet. But yeah.
The company is called Impello, Impello.
Yeah, Impello. Okay. Yeah, they sound familiar. I have not used their stuff, but I have heard people swear by it. I know there's people who really like their microbe product. But yeah, there's definitely stuff out there designed for hydro.
Yeah, they have. It's called Tribus, is the one that I've used in the past.
Okay.
But they also have a continuum. They have a couple lines of microbe products that are kind of hydro safe.
Yeah. Well, and hydro always gets
brings
complicated.
Up the topic that a lot of these commercial hydro guys are now implementing microbes and that kind of nutrient cycling in their systems to kind of bring out the dank.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I mean, microbes definitely make a noticeable, measurable difference in your grow, and I think when you're doing hydro, there's still that kind of gut instinct, I think, with some people to keep it sterile, keep everything super clean. And but the people who are learning to incorporate microbes into their hydro system are, I think, the people kicking the most butt. So something to think about. I do think it can be a little bit more complicated to incorporate microbes into a hydro system, but I think it can be really worth it. So things to keep in mind. But let's keep it going, man. Let's give the wheel another spin. See where she lands. Yeah, hopefully we helped you out there, Richard. And yeah, you're welcome. Who was there? Holy Toledo. Happy we could help you answer your question. Outdoor defoliation. This was a good one, and I'm glad we can talk with JR about this one. But PNW grown, Pacific Northwest grown on real DGC, was asking, he says, got my girls going good outside. We are about 3 to 4 weeks from the start of flower per the past few years. Okay, so based on last year's schedule. He says, would you trim or defoliate these girls to get more light on the lowerish side branching? They're in 25-gallon pots. So he's got some good pictures here. Here's just a top view kind of showing things. Let's see if I can make that a little bigger for you guys. But yeah, he's got a nice looking little grow here. Here's another pic.
I would definitely be cleaning up those.
Yeah, so I was wondering about
No
this.
girl likes a dirty bottom.
No girl likes a dirty bottom. So yeah, how far would you go on these? I'm curious, like how much defoliating do you do outdoors, and how is like canopy management and defoliation, like those, like how would you treat an outdoor plant differently than an indoor plant, or do you do it pretty much the same? I'm curious.
Outdoor,
Teach
you're
me.
producing a lot more vegetation, so you got to be way
Mhm.
more aggressive. And you
Cool.
should
Okay.
be training and defoliating and cleaning up your bottoms as the plant rises and as it goes. You're going to have this maximum zone of flower production, and you want to keep that in mind because that's where you want to focus all your energy and all your growth is in that zone where you know your flower production is going to be.
I just like watching you do hand signals. I'm gonna put you on the full camera so you can. But yeah, no. Yeah, this is something I thought about a lot when I was like thinking. I don't get to do outdoor where I live, unfortunately, so I don't have a ton of experience with outdoor. But I do always wonder, like, indoors, we're thinking about lighting penetration. We're thinking about how far deep into that plant is my light gonna make it. Outdoors, you got the ultimate light source. You got the big old sun out there. So do you feel like you get a lot more penetration outdoors?
You do, but you still get a lot more vegetation, so you get a lot more
Mm,
shadowing and a lot more shading.
okay.
So
That
you got
makes
to
sense.
fight the shading and the shadowing.
You're
And
getting
it's
down
really
further into the
cultivar
plant,
dependent
but it's,
because
yeah.
some cultivars obviously, do better than others in these situations.
Hmm. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
And in some cases, like with some of the cookie OG type strains, they just don't do well outdoors at all. Like they just suck. Like
Yeah.
GMO outdoors is like, no, don't do GMO outdoors.
Yeah, that's really fascinating. It's always interesting to me how different plants respond to different conditions, especially when we think about outdoors is the ultimate like different set of conditions. Like your that's way different than, most of the time your outdoor environment is going to be a totally different, can of worms compared to any kind of well-controlled indoor environment. You're going to get a lot more fluctuation. You've got a ton more light. You're going to probably have more wind and more air movement in most places, I imagine. More pest pressures and other things. Like so many different things are going to impact an outdoor grow, and I am so bummed that I don't get to do one. So
Yeah.
I love getting to live through all you guys in the DGC and get to check out all your beautiful outdoor grows. And these look like some really lovely plants, Pacific Northwest grown. These look like they're doing real happy here, out
I
on the
just
deck.
posted on my Instagram, actually, I did a defoliation this week because I'm touching the top of that tent that Sonny
Mhm.
got for me. And I think it's 10 feet tall.
Yeah, let's see. Can I get you on the tent layout or the tent? No, I can't figure out how my camera is. I give
But
up.
yeah, so I just posted a whole video of me going in and defoliating and cleaning up the bottoms. It wasn't really instructional, it was more fast speed. Set the
Yeah, but that's
music.
cool if you got a good example. I mean, that's one of the you can learn a lot by listening to people like us talk about how to do things, but seeing someone like you who knows what they're doing and has some hands-on experience, like just watching you do it is so instructive too. So definitely go check that out, guys. That's some good knowledge. One of the things I love that you do on your YouTube page is share just so much of your garden journey where you're showing people what you're actually doing on a day-to-day in the grow. So yeah, go check out JR's YouTube, man. He's got a ton of good resources over there. And yeah, that sounds like a great way to learn a lot more about how to defoliate and how to, because yeah, looking at these plants, I know I would do some defoliating, but I'm like, yeah, would I take a lot off the top? Would I come in at the bottom more? So seeing someone like you who knows what they're doing, getting to see you do it would be helpful, I imagine.
The
But
thing
yeah.
is, the structure you're looking for, like in this picture, is anything that's shooting up the middle that you know is just going to be a branch that ends to nowhere and produces nothing, that instantly has to go. And then you're going to clean up the bottom about a third of the way up. Just strip the bitch. And then anything as you start moving into flower onset, if you see a fan leaf covering or shading other flower sites, That's when you want to strategically be moving fan leaves that are laying on top of or shading out other flower sites.
Yeah, yeah. Oil farmer in the chat says shaver legs.
Shaver legs.
Shaver legs. Yeah. No, he's not wrong. Yeah, and I was wondering on that topic, I was wondering, looking at these pictures, it does look like the pot is kind of coming up a bit, into the plant. Like the level of the dirt is a little bit further down. He left himself some top dressing room on those pots. Would you fold that pot down to get a little more airflow in there, maybe?
Once he lifts up the bottom of the canopy and shaves the legs, there'll be plenty of upward airflow. But
Okay.
yeah, that is kind of it is kind of sunk down in the pot.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, since you've got that room down there, you could probably like roll those pots over,
Yeah.
roll them back a little bit maybe, and get a little more airflow to that bottom area.
Yeah.
That might be a good idea. It might be something to consider. Yeah, because I know sometimes you do really want to leave some top dress room at the top of your pots, right? But
Yeah.
you also don't want it to be like blocking airflow from your stem and from that central part of your plant. I think it can be really nice to have a clear area there right in this bottom part of the plant here. So you got lots of air coming in and making sure you're not getting a little microclimate right down there. But yeah, just something to think about. But great looking plants though. Love to see it. And yeah, keep us updated here, Pacific Northwest Grown. Here's another view. So jealous of people and their cool outdoor grows. I want to grow outdoors.
It's fun.
So sad.
It can be heartbreaking, but it's fun.
Yeah, I do see that too, and I've heard all dudes' heartbreaking tales over the years of dudes' bud rot and all the sad things that can happen in an outdoor grow. So, but yeah, I kind of like that about it, though. It is kind of fun that it is like it's a bit of an adventure. It's a little risky or a little bit. You don't quite know. The weather might not cooperate, or maybe you get a great year for weather. So I like that kind of adventurous part of it. That's cool. I did just want to say too, thanks to the DGC, there was a ton of great comments in here. We got Chad Westport in here dropping comments, Backwoods Mountain Grower, PNW Grown again in the chat, dropping some more pictures from last year's grow, which I thought was cool too. These are from his little backyard last year. So hell yeah, cool to see the deck producing. That's awesome. Also want to give a little mini shout out here too to Culver Creek was in the comments of that post, man. And he's been on Real DGC sharing all kinds of cool photos. And he's got this these caged beasts. I just wanted to show you these pictures real quick too. Look at this. Yeah, look at this. Look at this cage of ladies here, keeping them contained, tightly contained. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I think I'd defoliate that. I think you're going to have some defoliating to do there. But yeah, looking good. Yeah, here's another side view here of the Cajo ladies here.
Yeah, I'm jealous of the open ceiling, but I'm telling you, I thought, those cabbage moths, I thought they probably wouldn't drop in if I just cut off the top of the net. No, I saw one bouncing on the top of it the other day, wishing it could get in there and lay larvae eggs on my shit. That net that Sonny got me has been a lifesaver. My pest pressure has been absolutely minimal. I have not sprayed one IPM product in the last month and a half, 2 months. I did a preliminary spray of Lost Coast just to get them started. And then nothing since. It's been over a month and a half that they've had no IPM spray and just the bug net or the
bug netting is awesome. Shout out to bug netting. I would say too, with a grow like this one, this Culver Creek's grow we're looking at here, with those posts, you could just get a huge sheet of insect netting and just drape a big old, make a little insect net greenhouse over that.
Yeah,
that'd be badass, man.
It would be.
Yeah, love to see the setup, man. Also interesting, I see he's got his dirt covered and then he's got little holes poked in the soil for his plants. I thought that was kind of interesting. There you go. There's a better picture of that. Looks like he's really put some work into his soil too. The way he's covering it and he looks like he's probably got some primo stuff under there. Yeah, he's got the drip. So yeah,
no weeds.
No weeds. Yeah, it does look like maybe it's time to do some defoliating in there, though. Yeah, time to hop in there and start hacking away at the jungle. Get your machete ready for some defoliating. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
my
man.
coming up nightmare, and this is the thing as a grower, you always want to think the season or the section that's coming next, right? And
Mm,
so for me, I'm going to start transitioning into the rain. And I
mm.
have to have support systems for those massive plants in there that I did not plan for. I didn't know they were going to, like, they've hit the ceiling. I've cut them down. They've hit the ceiling. I've cut them down. And they're about to touch the ceiling again. And I just don't have, I have a scrog at about 4.5 feet up, one scrog. Everything else is just like freewheeling. So if I start packing on flower weight and we get some kind of rains, it's going to be a flopping nightmare. So I got
Yeah, I
the
was wondering about that with Culver Creek's grow here. Like, look at this canopy. He's going to need something to hold all those big old flowers up at some point. Because, yeah, I imagine when these start putting on weight, that's a lot of weight on those plants, man. That's a lot of tops.
Yeah, he has massive plants.
Yeah, yeah, he does. But yeah, impressive Culver Creek. But yeah, I want to see this garden like a week from harvest, man. I'm really curious what this is gonna look like,
Huh.
in a few months.
Well,
Um,
hopefully he's in a drier climate and he can rock out until November and not have to deal with the rain.
yeah, I don't know. We'll have to hit him up. We'll have to check in with Culver Creek, man. Culver Creek, if you're out there, hit me up. We'd love to talk to you about your grow. It looks cool.
We had a
Yeah.
late start to our summer this year, so I'm hoping it extends into November this year.
Hopefully, man, good vibes to all the outdoor growers this year. I will be praying for you all. I'll be sending broadcasting good vibes for all you people who are outdoors, hoping for good weather, hoping for no fucking bud rot. I'll be thinking of you all in November, October. But yeah, man, shout out to all the DGC because I was really blown away. We had so many great questions or so many great comments and so much good advice here on this post. Just love seeing you guys helping each other out. It's badass. So thank you to everybody who helped Pacific Northwest Grown and just participated in that lovely conversation, man. That was really cool. And yeah, Pacific Northwest Grown, PNW Grown. We'll just call you that. Let us know. Keep us posted. I would love to see what these plants look like in the fall, man. Let us know how these turned out, and I'd love to hear from you too. How much defoliating did you end up doing? Did you end up doing a lot of chopping at them? Just a little bit. Love to see it, man. Oh, there's Luca. There's the pup. Oh, so sweet. We're a very dog friendly podcast here on the happy hour. We love hanging out with our dogs, man. Fuck yeah. Love it. Oh. Going for some nibbles. Very sweet. Hell yeah. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap it up for today, man. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. Thank you all so much for participating and sending us your questions, sending your love and good vibes over at realdgc.com. And yeah, keep your posts coming in. We love showing off your dank nugs. We love answering your grow questions. We love seeing all your great stuff you got going on, man. So much interesting stuff going on over there at Real DGC. And yeah, till next week, keep growing, keep smoking, and have yourselves a fantastic weekend. And we'll see you next week.
Growers love.
Later.